Good evening. This is the big picture. My name's Keith. This is the first of 4 parts. I'm in Tenerife, so I thought I'd do something a bit funny this week over 4 nights. Tonight, as you know, if you don't know, I'll tell you now, is the Manchester derby at the Man City Stadium in Manchester, obviously. It will pretty much decide the title. And you'll notice, by the way, that the people who are battling out tonight, the footballers are in the team. Well, Rio Ferdinand, the Man Utd defender, could never have been a defender unless, of course, he'd first dreamt about it. That's not weird, by the way. That's not bonkers. That's just true. I'm actually a speaker, and that's what I do. But of course, I could never have done what I did today, or doing what I'm doing, or even coming to Tenerife, unless, of course, I'd first dreamt about it. Muhammed Ali could never have been a boxer, unless, of course, he'd done the same thing as well. So to first get to where you want to in your life, you have to first dream of doing what it is you want to dream of doing. Dreams are the reason why you do what you do. It's the first part that you have to do, and if you don't dream, things don't happen. I'm not just saying that, it's true. But the truth is, you're still sitting there watching me, sat on your sofa, watching YouTube, chat to you about dreams. But it's your turn now. Because you can't just sit there doing nothing. You can't sit there just saying nothing or thinking nothing. Until you do something, things won't happen. So what's your big picture? What do you dream of? Where do you want to be in 10 years' time? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What do you want to see? What do you want to be happening in your life? So much so that you'd be happy that you'd done the thing you'd done. It's really simple, but you have to start somewhere. So if you want to be an engineer, then just say, I want to be an engineer. I want to be a certain type of engineer that builds bridges, then build them. I want to be a bridge builder. If you want to design pink shirts with stripes, like this one, then you say that. Want to be a footballer, you'd say that. Want to be a boxer, you'd say that. And you want to do what I do, then you'd say that. Want to own a sweet shop, run a sweet shop, work in a sweet shop, you'll do that as well. That's exactly what you'll talk about. But until you talk about it, until you say it, until you think it, trust me, it won't happen. So, I'm going to give you exactly 1 minute. In that 1 minute, please, you're going to think about what it is you want to do and just say what first comes to your mind. Please do not think it's stupid. Please do not think it's too much or too little. It is exactly what you think it is. And if you can think of something, then that's a good start. But most people go around in their life just saying, dunno. And if you got into a taxi and said dunno, where would you go to? Yeah, nowhere. People often, instead of saying dunno, they'll just say, I don't want. I don't want this, I don't want that. Unfortunately, if you go into a taxi and say, I don't want to go to Birmingham, where would you go to? Or, I don't want to go to Leicester, where would you go to? I don't want to go to Tenerife, where would you go to? Yeah, you'd go nowhere. It's the same in your life. So you can't say what you don't want, and you can't just say dunno. Both of those two are a cop-out. When I was your age, assuming you're younger than me, I wanted to work in catering and run restaurants. Guess what? I said, guess what? Thanks. That's exactly what I did. I ended up running restaurants in central London, Tunbridge Wells, wherever that is, Sheffield, Australia, and all over the place. That's exactly who I was, and that's exactly who I wanted to be. But of course, I never knew how to get there. I just first dreamt of what it is I wanted to do. Okay, so I said 1 minute, and I mean 1 minute. I want you please to Facebook back or text back, whatever you have to do, inbox back, where it is that you want to be or what it is you want to do in 10 years' time. You might just say one job, it could be a career, it could say being happy, successful, it could also be saying something more specific, like I want to have a house with 3 kids, like me, maybe a wife, not like me, or whatever it is. Okay, 1 minute, less talking, doing something. I love you, speak soon, goodbye.